Hey guys, it's Casey. Today I am working with the decorrom epoxy resin kit. This is a 4-hour epoxy resin. And I want to just go through and show you what all you get in this kit. This kit is absolutely awesome. You get 6 glitters, 3 foils, 6 mica pigments. Okay. And then we're going to pull out the other bag. And in this, you're going to get 5 each of the metallic inks. You're going to get 5 regular alcohol inks and 5 resin pigments. The difference in the alcohol inks and the pigments is the pigments are usually opaque and you mix them into your resin, and alcohol inks you can drop into resin. So you use them differently. This is a colorant, whereas the other is you can drop it onto your molds. You can drop it into your ink. You can drop the ink into the resin and just let it do what it wants to do. You can do the Petri effect with these. And it comes with 2 little things to open them with, to open the bottles. Now, it also comes with the resin, of course, and 2 mixing cups and a bunch of mixing sticks. I think you get like 10 mixing sticks. And this is all for $40. I mean, for $40, this is an amazing set. It really is. And the resin itself, guys, I love this stuff. I've used it multiple times. I've used it in the past on my channel. I used it instead of a deep pour once. And it crystal clear, bubble free, gorgeous stuff. And I'm not an affiliate. This is just me talking. And also, I want to thank Taslima Maya for having me on this week. I'm sure her and Patty both did something fabulous already. And I really appreciate her having me in the art collective this week. And I'm going to get back to what I'm doing. I'm just mixing my full into my resin. And I'm going to go around the edges of these molds. This is a purse mold, guys. So I bought 2 of them. You have to buy 2 to get 2 molds. But I'm going to go around the edges of it, and I'm just going to feed that resin into it with the stick. Because these walls are super, super duper thin. It's really hard to get the resin down into them and fill it up. So you've got to work it in. Okay, and after you do that, you just scrape your top and clean it off with some alcohol while your resin's still thin. And it'll come off perfectly and you'll have a clean, clear top. I'm going to do that to both of these sides. My idea here was I wanted the gold foil on the sides and to be able to have a clear top to be able to create my design. Because of it being such a thin layer on the top, I knew I wouldn't be able to do much of a design with it. So I wanted to just go ahead and get my sides in and just pour it clear so I could flip it over and use it as my mold. I seen Claire do this on her channel, and she did a fabulous one with the rectangular one. She used inlays in hers. I'm not going to do that today. Today I'm just going to get my resin in here, and I'm going to pour my clear top after I clean this. Like I said, you want to clean the tops with alcohol. You want to spray it down to get your baby wipes or paper towels and get all of that extra gold foil off of there. Now, when you pour your clear on, if you don't let this thicken up, it's going to pull in that gold foil. Which, if it pulls in a little bit of the gold foil, I'm okay with that. But this is a super thin layer of resin. I think these take 3.5 to 4 ounces each. I think I mixed 8 ounces and it took every bit of it. So we're back. We're going to demold these guys. Nothing special. Just a clear top and a gold side. It's really beautiful and crystal clear. It's exactly what I wanted. Now, I've let my resin heat up to 40 degrees. It was a little bit hot. I didn't mean to let it heat up this hot, guys. And I want to try to hurry up and mix up stuff to do a bloom. But I did let my resin get too hot. So, going forward, just know I messed up. It was me. It was not the products. It was not the design. It was me. You're supposed to let your resin heat to 33 degrees to do a bloom. So I'm going to try to do blooms in both of these. First, I dropped the ginger alcohol ink, and now I'm going in with the red alcohol ink. The red alcohol ink is from the decorrom set, and the ginger was the Tom Holtz Ranger inks. Now I'm going to pour my lines. As you can see, I have poured my lines way too thick. Way too thick. And since they're so thick, it's not going to bloom right. And my resin was too hot. I already know going in, this is going to be a fail. But I'm still going forward with it, hoping for the best. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to show you how you can fix something like this if you do mess up. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody goes too quickly or gets in a hurry or lets things rest too long. It happens to all of us. So don't get discouraged. Just keep trying, and eventually you're going to succeed. So I'm going to let these cure. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the results. Look at that. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I do not like them at all. So I am painting the tops white. I have taped off the sides of these with some painter's tape, and I'm just painting the tops white. I didn't want to look at that. Didn't want to see that. That was not going to be my bag. I was not going to carry this, and I was not going to use it. But I didn't want to waste it either. So I'm going to paint these white so I have a completely solid white canvas to work with. Okay, I'm going to put on 2 layers of white paint on both of them. I want to make sure I've got a good coating of white paint because this is going to hide the bag and give me something to start fresh with. Okay, now I'm going to mix up my resin. I'm going to use my tabletop epoxy resin by Craftor. I'm going to mix up black and yellow. Okay, I'm going to do 2 ounces of yellow, 2 ounces of black. I was thinking that would be enough. I do end up having to mix up a little bit more, guys. But that's why I have extra resin to the side. This way I can mix up as much as I needed to be able to do the project. Okay, first thing you want to do, pour some clear resin on your piece, rub it down. Rub it down very good. This is just going to give it a coating, give it something to move around on. Okay, next I'm going to take my black pigment and I'm going to draw my lines that I want on here. I wasn't exactly sure what I was going for when I started, and then I made this design and I really liked it. So I decided to try to duplicate it on the other one, and I did a pretty good job. I really love the way the yellow and the black look together. Yellow is one of my favorite colors, guys. It just reminds me of sunshine, and it reminds me of my daughter. My daughter is a redhead, and when she was a baby, I would dress her in all yellow dresses and everything. Yellow just looked so good on her, and yellow just took a big place in my heart. I absolutely love yellow now. So I'm going to mix up some more yellow, because I know I ain't got enough for the next one. And I've just poured some clear in here and then poured some in the other cup and then pouring them back and forth so that I'm getting the same color of yellow on both sides. I don't want one to have more pigment than the other, so that's what I did. Okay, now I'm just going to duplicate exactly what I did on the other one. Clear layer of resin, rub it down, really get it to all your edges. And remember, I have painter's tape on the edges of this, so anything it's not going to ruin the sides of my bag. I'll be able to pull all those drips and drops away, because you can already see on the other one, if you're looking at it, that it's already moving. So let's do our design again, and then we're going to let these guys set, and we're going to let them cure up and see what we end up with. I really love this black too, guys. It is It's a black pigment, but it's not sparkly. It's just a solid matte black pigment. And it comes with the decorrom, kit with the 4-hour resin. I'll try to get a link and put it in my description box if any of you guys want to try this stuff. It is fabulous. It cures in 4 hours, like it says. It is crystal clear. I mean, I don't put it in a bubble remover or anything, and it comes out crystal clear. When I used inlays, I had 2 little bubbles, and they were both around the inlays. I didn't have micro bubbles through it or anything, and I didn't use a bubble remover. This stuff is fabulous. I can't say enough about it. Okay, you can see my designs moved, and I've decided I wanted to add a UV DTF sticker on one side. This side has like a big C on it. My name's Casey, so it worked out perfect. And it's got this little B on here, paint, and I absolutely loved it. You know, this is for me, so, you know, it's the perfect aesthetic for me. And now I'm going to go around these edges with the gold pen. You can see some of that white paint, but you can get some paint remover and take that right off. But I'm going around it with the gold pen first to see if I can cover it. And it's not covering too well with the gold pen, but when you're looking at it in person, you don't see that white. But on camera, you can. But I'm going around it, both of these with the gold edge, because the frame of this is gold. The round bag does not come with any other color frames, like this rectangular. The rectangular comes with multiple color frames. They have silver, black, and gold. This one only comes with the gold. So I'm putting these two together, guys. I'm going to use my CA glue. This stuff is horrible about sealing itself shut. So I'm using a stick to get it out of the bottle and onto the piece. And it does get a little messy, but all you need is some acetone to remove any drips or drops. And I'm just going to stick it on the way I want the top to be. Flip it over. Do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm not waiting. I'm not taking my time. I'm just flipping it over. Yes, you can see the design on the inside of the flower. I thought that was actually quite pretty. So I left that alone. But now I've got my bag. It's going to take like 5 minutes to cure up. I'm going to stick on my, oh Lord, what's that called? The chain. Yes, I'm going to put my chain on, and she is ready to be used. I love her. She'll be great to take to the beach. She'll be great to do anything with. I think she's fabulous. She's perfect for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a blessed day. Thank you again, Taz.